Scream 6 follows the same group of failed attempts at characters from the previous movie, only this time the entire movie is focused on them in a weak attempt to make these new characters the lead protagonists of the new Scream franchise. The plot is basically just Scream 2 with a few minor changes to the script. The villains who take up the mantle of Ghostface also have the same motivation for killing people as Nancy Loomis in Scream 2. The absolute worst thing about this movie is the writers of this crapfest bring back a character from Scream 4 who was dead at the end of the movie and not even referenced in Scream 5. It's just incredibly lazy writing and a cash grab attitude to the entire movie. Neve Campbell didn't want any part in this movie, and I can't say I blame her for not wanting any part in yet another retread of a movie she did over 20 years ago. Courtney Cox returns as Gale Weathers only for her character to be made even more unlikable and hated than she was by the cast of Stab 3 and Scream 3. The only saving grace is the gore in this movie is actually pretty decent, with a heavy focus on stabbing to an almost excessive amount. The only downside is the stabbing is made kinda pointless when almost every character walks off their stab wounds like it's nothing. There is one scene in particular where a character is stabbed around 20 times with 2 knives, but he still survives and makes a joke while being put in the back of an ambulance at the end of the movie. At this point I'm so sick and tired of horror movies that think simply following the nostalgia of the original movies makes their crappy sequels good when in reality they really aren't. I wouldn't recommend paying to watch this movie in the theater. The reviews online say that this Scream movie is the best since the original. Keep in mind they said this about Scream 4 and Scream 5, so take that for what it's worth. Scream V defined itself as a sequel, and at this point, I can safely say there have been some pretty solid sequels. Halloween, Hellraiser, Top Gun, Maverick, hell, even The Force Awakens. However, what there has not been are a lot of good sequels. They made up the term, not me. Think of the rest of the Halloween, Star Wars, Jurassic World movies. I don't need to go on.